On the first point, let me say that I welcome the change in position of the UK, which goes to show that there was a problem, notwithstanding what might have been said at the time. And I don't think anyone could have understood that after so many strong statements that we share, that the UK government had continued to implement the existing rules, which means not welcoming the Ukrainian refugees who wanted to come to the UK, saying that they have to travel hundreds of kilometers in order to apply for a visa. So it's a glimmer of pragmatism, and it's starting to align itself with some of the declarations and statements, which is a step in the right direction, and it seems to be working well there. It's going in the right direction, although much remains to be done. And I'd like to thank the UK government, and I think that the French Home Affairs Minister letter was probably a useful one. And I would hope that the Ukrainian men and women who have lived through horrors, who have crossed Europe to reach their families on UK territory, will be better treated. Obviously, we'll be doing what we can, and we're trying to cut back on the red tape so that they can reach more dignified living conditions. So I'd like to thank the UK government for this first step. And it's over the coming days that we'll be able to see whether it's enough or whether more effective measures are going to be required. We have also said that we are willing to house in Lille or other cities a place for the administrative procedures to be run through. And then on the question of the common debt, joint debt, I think that the right strategy, as we've seen during the pandemic, is to agree on objectives. And when we do that, when we reach agreement on objectives, then the instruments just follow. If we start by working on the instruments, given that we have divisions and disagreements, generally things don't move forward and we waste time. So, well, first of all, we've seen there's unanimity today. Unanimity as regards the need to invest all sorts of types of sovereignty, digital, food, energy, and so on. All of that is covered. And then we give a mandate to the Commission to do the work, to say how much is to be needed. That has to be assessed. And through that, we can see what can be covered by the private sector, what can be covered by the public sector. And depending on all of that and how quickly it's done, we'll have a discussion as regards the actual resources and the mechanisms. In any case, it's certainly not a past debt, but we can be talking about activating mechanisms that have already been used, for example, in the situation of the pandemic. But this question of the instruments are only there as a means to the end. There's unanimity as regards the strategic objective, and now the March and May summits will make it possible for us to clarify our operational objectives, which will make it possible for us to identify the tools, the instruments that will get us there. That's how we're going to go through this.